I think it's really funny the way I talk to people and no one knows anyone that has coronavirus. I'm in a chat room with Alistair Williams, 800 people. None of those people know anyone that has coronavirus. Alistair Williams doesn't know anyone. And yet Avi Yamini's cousin has died of coronavirus. And yet Boris and the Queen and Trudeau and Merkel and Tom Hanks and Meryl Streep and Madonna and the Cardinals and probably the Pope, probably Henry Kissinger, probably Jacob Rothschild. I wouldn't be surprised if they were infected with the baby blood AIDS. And listen to the Q conspiracy theory, which I was dismissing for a long time. It was saying their symbolism will be their undoing. Well, it will, because all the symbolism shows they are child lovers in various different ways. All the symbolism has been recognised by the FBI and it's incorporated in all their corporations. So institutional paedophilia is actually a massive, massive thing. It's how the country, how the world is run by blackmail. It's been exposed in the Epstein flight logs and the little black book. Most of those names on the flight log have been infected with coronavirus. Isn't that a coincidence? Oh, but what is it Q said? Sooner or later there'll be too many coincidences, and there are no coincidences when it gets that far. It becomes mathematically impossible. So why do all these elites suddenly get ill before everyone else, before it's spread across the world? Is it because they're drinking tainted blood from a Wuhan laboratory? And why would they be drinking blood anyway? Well, it's flooded with adrenochrome and it's a drug and it keeps them younger. That's why they look 30 years younger 20 years ago. Now they look 30 years older and it's 20 years later, because they've run out of adrenochrome. That's the conspiracy theory. I'm not saying that that's absolutely true, but it does seem to fit, and there are too many coincidences for it to make sense any other way. When I saw that Boris was infected, when I saw Matt Hancock was infected, and then I heard that the Queen was infected, I was like, this is it. This is a Q attack. This is actually, the whole purpose of this virus was to take out the elite. It was the only way they could take out the elite, because there was no sense of justice, there was no system of justice, nothing set up to deal with them. But if I were to believe that, I would believe that the virus was more lethal than it is. People can get better from it, rapidly. So why would Q infect the world to take out the elite, knowing that they could get better from it quite easily? It doesn't seem to make sense.